Hello, this is George Senda, the real, official, authentic, original, the one, the only, the official, the one, the only, the guy from Pittsburgh. Accept no cheesy imposters, commentators, trolls, or trolls that send me emails about troll lies, and I want to read this to you. I heard trolls have reported your apartment to the as a health hazard to the public. And that is a real reason why the EPA was there to investigate the smells and complaints coming from your place. They don't have to tell the truth when they investigate you and often try to lure you into false comfort with a cover story as they do when they showed up to investigate your place. Well, that's absolutely ridiculous. I throw out the garbage every day. I was very sick last night because I ordered cheese from Swiss Colony and I started throwing up and couldn't stop. And I have spent 3 hours today. I have everything. Now there's a box here, there's empty bags. This is some of the paperwork I went through for my bills. All my medication is now on my camera table, neatly in order. Plastic bags. This is some potatoes and fruit Kathy gave me, but the plastic bags that were on the floor are in this box, empty bags. And they also accused me of taking things left downstairs meant for other people. We have a thing here where everybody leaves something that anybody can take it, not just me. And they also gave me crap about the Echo Show. I took the Echo Show home because Kathy's modem is dead. She can't use it. We have to get her a new modem, but we're not going to get her a new modem until Orkin comes in to treat the house for the roaches, which will be next month. Actually in June, the end of May, end of June. So this is the paperwork I'm throwing out. I tore down boxes. I found out Gorilla Glue does not work on wood. This little slat here, or maybe it does. Wait a minute. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh, now it glued it. This is my box I normally keep my bills in. It glued the wood because the staple got bent. There's more stuff here. It's an empty box there. Empty box there with bags in it. Neatly in the lantern box are all my bills and paperwork I had to keep. I've still got a box to go through here in the chair. Everything from the chair to the TV table has been cleaned up or thrown away. There is the box, and there are some boxes here I have to go through. And I got paperwork for something I had to vote on that was supposed to go on the 18th. It didn't arrive till Friday. Very, very late. So these are all my bills and important paperwork and bank statements I have to keep. And my little plastic container file folder thing is full. I need a filing cabinet. They're very expensive. I've got a box to move here. The kitty bed, Mama Cat is not sleeping on it. I'll pick all that up and I will clear off everything from the chair to the door, vacuum today. But I was throwing up yesterday for half an hour. And the other thing is, there's another reason why I don't clean. My right knee, which was fractured 17 years ago, where the cartilage under the kneecap is broken and fluid keeps accumulating to compensate for the pain. Well, it swells up to 3 times the size of the left knee, and I'm in horrible pain. And I put an ice pack on it. Then I ate the cheese and I had a salad earlier in the day, and I had the cheese, and I started throwing up. So, and my pill bottles are here, and all of that. So this box needs to be gone through, and that's the last of it. This has to go with Kathy, her air purifier thing, and my dancing cat has to go up there. I got this earthquake tape. There's an empty box there. Stuff over in the corner I have to go through. Clear off the floor, vacuum, and then the living room is done. I got a box here I got to go through, and stuff here I got to put away. And by the way, I don't want to disconnect it. trolls also said, they always lie about me, that I'm too lazy to go to Kathy's. I couldn't find this because I can't see out of my right eye, because the Pfizer vaccine makes my hands, fingers, feet, and toes go numb with stabbing pain. I was on the phone with Kathy this morning, stabbing pain in my right toe. Phone with Patty, stabbing pain in my toe next to my right big toe. This is my fill. I got to clean the top off. Something kind of stain on it. This is my DVD player. It was in a drawer the whole time because I couldn't remember where I put it. Not lazy at all to go up to Kathy's house and look through boxes. But I'd forgotten, because I forget things. I'm 71 years old, so shut the hell up, trolls. And I just removed 30 comments, nasty comments, mean-spirited comments, total lies, and blocked them and reported them. Now, here's the story telling the truth, the rest of the story. This came out yesterday. FBI, EPA investigating release of toxic dust from Martinez Refinery over Thanksgiving, now owned by the Martinez Refinery Company, formerly owned by Shell. They sold it. The FBI and the EPA are investigating the EPA release of more than 20 tons of toxic dust. I heard it was 24 tons from malfunctioning oil refinery over Martinez, California neighborhoods where I lived last Thanksgiving when I was sick with COVID. A Contra Costa County supervisor and the FBI confirmed Saturday. Supervisor John Gloria, told the Chronicle the EPA started looking into the incident a couple of months ago, and the FBI began to assist more recently, which he said was common in a federal investigation. The agencies joined the district attorney and health department in investigating the incident and the company's failure to immediately notify the county as is required by law. Now, my friend Paul sent me 3 different news stories saying that this new refinery, Martinez Refinery Company, has had 3 incidents so far since they bought the refinery from Shell last year. So the Shell refinery only had 1 or 2 every couple of years, but these guys have had 3 already. Investigations will take time, but could potentially lead to fines or findings of criminal violations under state and or federal law, Glois said. He said he hoped the investigations would get to the root cause and prevent similar incidents. Quote, the release was a serious health concern, quote, Gloria said. Clearly, this was a major failure on the refinery's part in both the delay in notifying the county and the action itself. It's really vital to get to the bottom of this. They typed these. The FBI in San Francisco released a statement Saturday confirming its involvement. The FBI, working with our federal partners at the EPA, are speaking with, and I use this in emphasis, and this would be in italics, members of the community. Now, the last I looked, being a resident of Martinez, I am a member of the community in Martinez who could have been affected by the release of potentially hazardous materials at the Martinez Refinery Company, which occurred November 22. Now, their business card says November 20, Thanksgiving Day, and the next day. As this investigation is ongoing, we will not be making further comment at this time. Brandon Matson, Director of Government Relations with PBF Energy, which owns Martinez Refining Company, said in an email Saturday the company was aware of the Department of Justice investigation. As a matter of policy, doesn't comment on pending legal matters. We are cooperating with all relevant agencies, including with respect to any ongoing investigations relating to the incident. The company's statement said, we would like to take this opportunity to once again apologize to the Martinez community for the spent catalyst release on November 24, 2022. We have thoroughly investigated the incident to identify appropriate corrective actions, and we are committed to implementing them. The Chronicle reached out to the EPA, did not receive a response. The federal investigation was first reported by KGO-TV Channel 7. The refinery spewed toxic ash containing higher than normal amounts of heavy metals starting at 9:30 p.m. on Thanksgiving and into the early morning hours according to the county health department. Residents reported waking up to white powdery residue similar to wildfire ash on surfaces. County health officials said PBF Energy failed to follow laws requiring immediate notification to the county when it stacks fused substances into the air. The Bay Area Air Quality Management District has since started a 15-mile swath of Contra Costa County, has charted it, where the refinery dust may have fallen on Thanksgiving night. The health department is considering a third-party investigation will release cell testing results in June to determine any more adverse health impacts and asked the district attorney to consider legal action against the company to failure to notify local authorities. Mallory Munch at sfchronicle.com. So this had absolutely nothing to do with me. They are going door to door. Now, here's a troll. Here's another troll. Total BS. Yeah, it's more urgent. It's more urgent to get you blocked and report you for harassment. Now, there's another troll. Now, I put a little bit of salt and this. Hold on. It had nothing to do with my salad. I ate the cheese. The block of cheese, which I've torn the box up. I'm going to call Swiss Colony on Tuesday and say, hey, your cheese made me sick. It also made Kathy sick. We are having breathing problems, maybe from this release, but from all the pollen in the air. I have asthma. In this box are all my asthma inhalers. Kathy has breathing issues and allergies. I also am allergic to grass. Had nothing to do with the salad. But I'm gasping for air all the time because it's hot. When it gets over 80, I gasp for air. I'm allergic to grass. That keeps producing sinus infections. Kathy's sick of it. She's got a sinus infection. She had bronchitis last year. I had it for 2 months this year because of all the rain we had and all the pollen. But having a 20 or 40 ton, whatever it was, the guy talked on waiting for the bus said cadmium was one of the heavy metals in the stuff. And on YouTube, you can look it up. They've had Bay Area news stations. I think the one I watched was Channel 11 in San Jose, telling Martinez residents, do not eat any fruit or vegetables you planted this last year in November or after November. Do not plant new vegetables or fruits this year because of this toxic release. And my eyes have been burning lately. Every day there's something in the air that's making my eyes burn. It's not just my dry eye. So, but I got really sick last night from the cheese, and I will call them up and say, your cheese must have gone bad in shipping. So, but I just read that news story because they're claiming the EPA and the FBI, you know, when I got into trouble when I was 20 and got arrested, and went to jail and got probation and made restitution. I was sleeping in the Presidio of San Francisco in one of the unused medical buildings left over from World War II. And the CID man and the FBI arrested me. Those guys then were in suits. This guy showed up in regular clothes, and I had them laughing because I was saying, you know, I know nothing, I see nothing, I hear nothing. And I said, besides, last Thanksgiving I was sick. I had COVID. So I wouldn't have noticed they could have had, you know, flaming fire going through the air. I was too busy throwing up for the first, for the 5th of November till about that was Friday night at midnight, actually Saturday morning, and on Monday they took me in an ambulance to the hospital because I couldn't stop vomiting. And 5 minutes after I got there, they put the swab up my nose, you got COVID. So, yeah, and, you know, this stuff, Chevron does these things too in Richmond, but there are 3 refineries here. But to say that the FBI doesn't show up for BS. They don't investigate people who aren't doing anything wrong. Now, I Did not do laundry yesterday because I was also having breathing problems all day, and I thought I didn't have any soap powder, but I went in the kitchen. There's a box that Patty gave back to me that was in her van. I had to chisel it with a knife and take a spoon. So today I'll be doing laundry. But this is going in the garbage. There's a whole bin of cardboard going in the garbage. And everything on the floor. Now there is a bag I keep to blow my nose with toilet paper and napkins. But this will all be cleaned tonight. Barring my getting where I'm gasping for air because there's so much. I have treated my nose with salt water last night. And before I ate the cheese. But the cheese tasted funny. They have a wax red coating over it and plastic bag over it, and then you get the block of cheese. And I could taste the cheese coming up, so I was sick. But I also made the bed. I threw out one of the foam things because the bed kept sliding on the floor, and there's this big rail. I cut my leg open. This giant, well, this is a bed frame piece. I had it on there to elevate the bed, the pad, and I cut my leg on it twice. I said, what the hell did I cut my leg on? This is going to go in the garbage today. So I did a lot of work in there today. And I'll be doing several loads of laundry, and this guy keeps sliding on. But to say the FBI came over here and the EPA who bothered me when I've done absolutely nothing wrong is total BS. It's another troll lie. They always lie about me. Oh, they said comments, you not want to kiss Kathy because of growth in her beard, and you stole Kathy's Echo Shot. I'm the one who bought it. It's only here because she has no modem. The modem's dead. And I didn't want it to be covered with food particles. The modem is covered with grease, and she eats at that table, and everything goes all over the place. So, excuse me a moment. I have to breathe into my inhaler here. Have the inhaler breathe into me. If I don't drop it on the floor, which I just did. Oh boy, I'm doing good today. Not. Oh, and they said how many thousands of calories you eat yesterday. I ate tomatoes, salad, dressing, a little bit of salt, and a can of tuna. Now, I don't know how many calories that is. I don't sit there with a scale and counting calories. But I don't clean this place up. Last year I had COVID, the place got into a mess. I was sick for 2 months. Then I was sick for 2 months of bronchitis. Can't clean when you're too sick. You can't breathe. And this is harassment of a 70-year-old man. They harass me for every reason they can. So today I will be vacuuming the floor, moving this chair. If I get the Fluffy off the bed, the Fluffy is taking residence on the bed. Little girl keeps coming up and sitting on my paperwork, my phones, my keyboard, the remote control. I don't know why she likes to do that. She comes up, and sits down, screws up my computer because my keyboard's there. She'll sit on the keyboard. She's very silly. I don't know why she does this. So, but I have to put the keyboard down after I type. I got to have it somewhere. And I had this chair full of stuff. I had the floor full of stuff. And now it won't be. I have a little bit of debris under here. And then I will be picking this chair up. I cleaned off the computer table. Everything is nicely lined up. The pill bottle for my vitamins is too big to go in these little boxes. The Gorilla is sitting there. Did work on the wood. The little flashlight, baby powder, my eye drops. I have my, whoops, crash. I have my spooper Navy here, which one day I'll put in a tub and see if they actually float. They do roll. I like these very much. And by the way, I don't know if I showed you this thing in the past. I think I did a video on this. This is my alien money clip. In the old days, the FBI was very serious about their work. And you know what? The CIA investigator, the San Francisco police that took me to jail, and the FBI agent, after I got done with everything, went to all the courts, they contacted me in person. And the CIA investigator, until he retired from the Army, we and I were friends. They knew I wasn't a career criminal. I just was messed up, because I've been dealing with the death of my father and something that happened in jail and a friend betraying me. That's how I got arrested in the first place. He said, I need brakes in my car. I had brand new credit cards. How much you need? $1,000. All right, you pay me and you get paid in 2 weeks. Okay. 2 weeks, I don't have the money. He worked for a scam, one of those pyramid scheme companies. If you join, you get your friend to join, and they didn't pay him. So I went to his house and took his comic book collection for my money and got arrested. So, and this particular troll that sent me the email says he's not the troll, but he has the same number as the fellow in England that sent me stuff. So I don't know what's going on. How can he have the same email number, except the number in England says UK and the number with this guy says... He said it's someone on the East Coast. I said, I think you're the same guy who turned on me. But I've never understood why people... no, it wasn't the Amway. It was some other thing. They had actual pyramids showing how you could make money if you get 10 guys and they get 10 guys. And I saw this thing on easels showing it all these... And they handed up booklets. This is back in 1972. We're talking, what's that, 28, 38, 51 years ago. I was 20 then. Young and naive and trusting. I had brand new credit cards for the first time in my life. Who's spoofing me? I'm a little... No, the mass spooper sent me those submarines and other things. And her father just died. I'm very sorry to hear that. So... Here. No. This has cat food, which I put in the cat feeding bag. Then I have my backpack. I cleaned out my shopping backpack and my shopping bag, and then I got an empty box here, which I'll use to send something to a friend of mine. I got a kitty bed to send out, and then I'll clean off that whole area, and then move the folding chairs, move the folding cart, pick up that's the door blocker thing. That's on the floor. Pick all that up and vacuum, and then the floor will be clean. Then I got to do the laundry. And then Patty's going to come over. There's 3 items to take to Kathy. People leave furniture, desks, tables, video, DVDs, Blu-rays, books, CDs. Anybody can get them. So... food, canned food. I got sick from eating the canned food when I had the bronchitis. There was a carrot can that the top rim was bent. I ate that, got food poisoning at the same time. Broke bronchitis and food poisoning. Fun. Was throwing up from that. And this is stuff I have to go through. There's packaging tape, $1.25 store packaging tape. Another thing of pills for my Spiriva. Bunch of these. I'm trying to put everything in one central spot so it doesn't fall on the floor. This is the Spiriva inhaler pills. Crappy duct tape, crappy packaging tape, Scotch tape, another Spiriva inhaler, a portable comb that folds up. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. This is more packaging tape. I send Lucky Farrell stuff for cats. This is my lanyard, Leave Me Alone, which is how I feel about the trolls. And more things here, and then I'm going to send back that radio weather thing because it doesn't work right. There's 3 more. I've had Spiriva and Taylors over the years. And the little pills you put them in, I have to breathe into that every day. I have to breathe that into my lungs every day. So, Made a lot of progress this morning. Let's put this stuff back. Even found money on the floor. But when you're too sick to breathe, you're too sick to clean. And I wish these people would leave me the hell alone. But they'll never stop. They attacked my girlfriend, too. Why do you shave? Why do you have roaches? Roach Motel, Roach Farm. Well, we're going to spend $130 and get that done. 14 visits? Oh, chemo. Chemo. How do you say that? Well, I'm very glad. I hope so. My poor nephew has leukemia from tearing out asbestos, and he's dying. Very sad about that. I remember when he was a baby, I held him in my arms, on my knee. I love my nephew and my nieces and my sister very much. Excuse me. No, God, yuck. I hate this stuff. Kathy's been blowing her nose like crazy, too. When you get allergies, it's hard to get rid of sinus infections and bronchitis. I'm allergic to grass. There's a big lawn right underneath my apartment. So I'm never totally well. Although it's weird, when I get on the bus, there's something else I'm allergic to here, which they miss when I get tested for about 40 different things. Because the minute I get off the bus, I start gasping. I get on the bus, the air conditioner's on, I go up toward Pleasant Hill, I'm fine. Well, I talked to her this morning. She said she cleaned up. She picked a lot of stuff off the floor. One big thing she does that drives me nuts. Now, here's a box. Hold on. Okay. There's Sheba, empty Sheba box. Here's a paper bag. And here's a shirt that I wear at night when it gets too cold. So this will get thrown out today. The box. I'm saving that to ship that off. Sheba boxes, I put little things in. I'll save a little bag of drape or paperwork. Then when I get a filing cabinet, they want a fortune for filing cabinets. I got rid of my filing cabinet to make room for my DVD. I have a cabinet that VHSs used to go in. There's still VHSs in there, in VHS sets, but most of it's DVDs. And it's holding up the two things I got in Rasputin that hold my DVDs and my Blu-ray disc, and there's about 200 Blu-rays. I'm going to do a video on that one day. So, yeah, my friend Paul says they are all over the place. But it's $130. We're going to do that. I get my check early every month. I get it 2 days early. So what I'm going to do, I haven't shaved today. Nobody's kissing me. What I'm going to do is, oh God, go back to Paul. He said this is going to be a very bad allergy season with all the rain we had. He's having issues too. He's got allergies. He lives in San Francisco where this stuff normally blows out to sea. But we're going to call it working. She's going to have the place clean. I'm going to go up and help her clean. 2 years ago, I cleaned her whole apartment. I vacuumed all the carpets. I threw out the box spring. I hung up everything in the closet. I went in there a couple days ago, and everything was on the floor. It really made me mad. I said, you have to change the way you're living. And I said, I'm guilty of it too, but I'm sicker than you are. So, you have to, if your back goes out, she has a curved spine. She was born with it, and she gets in pain. If your back goes out, and you have to lie down, what you need to do is 1 hour a day. Now, I started doing this clean this morning at 10 a.m. I got done at 1 p.m. 1 hour a day. Pick stuff up. And the number one thing you're doing that's a mistake you have this horrible habit of leaving dirty dishes sit, and the cat paper plates you use to feed the cats, you leave them on the floor. When they're done, you throw them out, and when you get done, you get off your ass, you take the garbage can, you take it to the dumpster and throw the garbage out. And I'm fed up with it. Because I've cleaned twice, and the week I cleaned, my knee swelled up like you wouldn't believe, and I hurt for a week. Give me a minute. I guess when I'm moving this. Alright. There's my kitty cat door thing. And I have to try to find a knee hurts. Alright, here's a it's too hot in here and I can't run the fan. It's 70 degrees out there, but it's 72 here. Yeah, last night was 85 in here. Went to 80, then 75. Here is my dustpan that I broke mine. Patty found for me for $1. Since I don't have to bend to sweep the floor. Since I also have an injured back, 3 crushed discs in the base of my spine. This is the one Sheba box. Got a piece of cat food in it, which I will throw out. Cat food falls out of the cat feeding bags. This is the other Sheba box. But I use those, put things that won't fit in the little boxes. Here's a bottle. We're going to take all the bottles to the recycling place. They're in the kitchen in the hallway. Once all the bedding is clean and the clothes and put away, the hallway will be cleaned up, and then I'm going to move those 2 containers behind me that you may be able to see in this video. I'm not sure. Those 2 storage bins will go in the bedroom hallway, in the entryway. And then this rack can go over there, and that will give me enough room to put the scooter in if I ever get it. And I will call them on first and say, where's my scooter? So, this will go in the pile of bottles. And I'm losing my voice. Okay. So, I don't want to say how old my nephew is for security reasons, but he's old enough. But the point is, he's dying, for God's sakes. They didn't tell him at the place he worked at that the stuff in the walls had asbestos, and they have to give him transfusions, but there's no hope for him. He's going to die. I'm pissed. I lose my nephew because owners of the building, they're supposed to follow along with their asbestos. They're supposed to bring a hazmat crew, not have their employees clean up asbestos in the walls. That's BS too, and wrong. I told him and I told my sister, you guys should sue. Or should have sued. There's my little dusty kitty cat. I love this kitty. He's so cute. I can only find one of these. They only had one. I can't find this on eBay anywhere. See, my life should be happy kitty meowing, not trolls harassing me. All right. I gotta put some earthquake, stick them on the fan over here so he doesn't keep falling off, along with the G and the alien. There's stuff to clean up over here. That's empty now. There's one little piece of thing on the floor, and I gotta move all this stuff, see what's under there. There's another empty box here, which is holding up this box. There's a book I'm gonna give to Kathy. There's my printer table and printer paper, and this is the double stick tape I bought, which may or may not work very well. I don't know yet. I want to tape down those things that keep falling off. And then I've got things on the computer table. So, I don't know. I've never asked. This place was built in the 50s, so it might be possible there's lead base. I'm certain there's probably asbestos in here. But, of course, if we ever get a 8.0 earthquake, we'll find out. One thing I'm concerned about in the Marina District during Loma Prieta, buildings are built with garages and pillars came down like a stack of cards, and then Northridge, sorry, not Rockridge, Northridge, the third floor became the first floor. So I'm on the second floor. It's another reason why I want to move. Get all this stuff cleaned up. Now I'm going to get Kathy a storage space. I'm going to get me a storage space when I have money. And go through her storage space, go up there, get a U-Haul truck, take it to the new storage space, she pays less. And start taking excess stuff out of here. That box I have up there is for laundry. We carry laundry up and down the stairs in the cart. Yeah, I'm not going to eat the paint. Little kids, I understand, once ate paint chips. Don't ask me why. There was an episode of Highway Patrol where the kid was using some kind of bug spray that had lead paint in it, or lead in it. He got sick. He made a gun out of stuff, and it absorbed into his skin. So I don't know what's in the. I'd have to ask housing. Have you guys ever checked this place for lead, asbestos, radon, and I don't know what else? No, it won't be 2023. What I'm going to do, I got a credit card I didn't realize I had. They sent me a new credit card. Not a new credit card that it's new to charge on, but a replacement card. And I just go in through the mail and, oh, I didn't put this in my wallet. So, let me do that before I forget. My Capital One card. What's in your wallet? Too much credit. Where's my wallet? By the end of the year, well, I got 2 more. I scanned receipts with Fetch today. So I got my points. A lot of them were too old because I was too sick to go through them. End of the year, all but one account will be paid down to 0 except 3 new. Well, I played the lottery. And the Super Lotto made me really mad. Years ago, I bought 25 tickets. I play my mega number. I play the, I really got to read this or take it back to the library. Keep meaning to read it. Same mega number on one ticket and then varied different mega number. I hit 4 out of 6. And the 2 numbers were my birthday, the 28th. And my parents' wedding anniversary, which is the 18th. And I came up 17 and 27. And I lost $52 million. I got $250 back. And Kathy goes, why did you buy more tickets? I said, I was supposed to spend my whole paycheck buying lottery tickets, or my whole check. And I saw people buying $300 in Quick Picks, and they didn't win a dime. But I was mad because we could have used $52 million. They take 34% out. So round it down from 52 to 35 million. I would increase that to 70 million. Well, I don't care if it's a voluntary tax. I play it because I might win one day. I came close. I've hit 4 out of 6 since, but I haven't managed to hit all 6. And 5 is ridiculous. If the lottery's $1 billion, you might get 5,000. They rip up the poor guy that misses by one number. I haven't done a study of this. And one guy sued the Iowa lottery because the employees were rigging the lottery. He won $4 or $5 million. Won in court. I do not have the dexterity. My hand is too full of arthritis. My thumb hurts to play craps. If I play something that I'm going to bet on, I'll play roulette. I was always good at roulette. Although I looked at a video, Jacob's Live in Vegas at the Palms, and in the old ancient days in the 80s, I would go to the Horseshoe in Reno or Harrah's. It was $3 to play. So they had bets as low as a quarter back then. I made $400 once. I made $300 once. I did the Wesley Snipes move. I went always bet on black. I got scared though and took half my money away. I wound up with 300. I could have won more. And I hit 7 blacks in a row. So I like roulette. You got black, you got red, and you got 000. That's the thing. So 2 out of 3 will screw you. I don't do the number thing. I see people 16, 28, they're shoving out stacks like, no, that's death. And when I went to this particular club, this guy was sitting there, heavy-set white guy, drinking shots like you wouldn't believe. His girlfriend was very bosomy, low-cut dress, silver sequin dress, poured into it, blonde. This guy is betting like 10,000 a spin. He's getting drunker by the minute. He's losing his ass. The girls started looking at me. I started out with $4. Went to 40, 80, 120, 160. I was betting on red. That was it. I kept getting red. Yeah, I got it. It's kind of, it's right here. But this is not what I would consider a donation. I think it's kind of insulting. This is worth 11 cents. What am I going to do with it? So, thank you for sending that, but it's not worth anything. I showed it to the Mexicans where I feed tiny ones. They say, not worth very much money. So I looked it up. It's 11 cents. But what am I going to do with 2 pesos? I'm not Mexican. I have no desire to go to Mexico. I can't even get out of the apartment. Of course, my big fear with all this coughing up stuff and blowing I'm getting COVID again. I certainly hope not. Okay, I got to scan these for 25 points apiece. I paid a payment on the last bill, and for the month. Got this horrible almond croissant that had no filling in it. Very dry. I scan these at 150 fetch points. I turned in the points last year and I lost that because I didn't have an iPad. So that's not the point. You don't send a coin that someone can't use. In my humble opinion. And what am I going to do with 2 peso coins? Now, 100 people sent it to me. I could go to one of these coin exchanges in San Francisco and I might turn it in and get, I don't know what, you know. I'm grateful, but it's kind of like, why? Why would you send me a coin that is effectively useless? I have about 200 Canadian pennies. Oh, well, I'm sorry. You know, that is not what I would consider a donation because it's effectively not usable. I thank you for sending it, but it really made me upset because I'm going, what is this? First I had to figure out, because I can't see it, what it was. I thought it was like an Israeli phone token. But it says $2. It does have one interesting thing, which is keepable. It is a Y2K peso because it says the year 2000. So it's Y2K related. Katy Perry is a bit crazy. Taylor Swift is nice. Now I got coins. Okay, there goes. There goes another troll. Now, please don't send me any foreign coins unless they're silver. And you're not going to waste the money setting silver. I have Canadian pennies, I have Canadian nickels, I have Canadian dimes. Oh my God. I wound up my change. My former Canadian relatives now live in the United States and somewhere else, which I will not say. So what am I going to do with Canadian money? I will not give my opinion of women because I'll get attacked for it by the trolls. So those are my private thoughts. I blocked him. He's a troll. No, I do not. I liked the Beatles until they took LSD and got weird. I like classical music. I have 600. I'm not going to bring them all out. That would be a major undertaking. I have over 600 CDs of spoken word music, soundtracks, sound effects. I listen to Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, Sammy Davis Jr., Big Band, Maureen McGovern, Bette Midler, Carly Simon. I have collections from the 30s, Doris Day, collections from the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. The last rock band I liked that I listened to in Chicago, I listened to ABBA because I liked ABBA. It was Art Bell bumper music, but Kathy can't stand one song. And so what I like to do when she comes in, just to bug her, it makes me laugh, she hates the song Dancing Queen. So I play Dancing Queen. Drives her mad. Well, a troll is someone who attacks you. So now the cheese has been blocked. That's another troll email. That's another troll handle. Because Swiss Colony may not be open because it's a holiday weekend. I'm not sure what salsa music is. The Mexicans, where I feed Tiny One, play music, Mexican music. At least their music sounds a lot of umpapa, a lot of tubas. Maybe the German influence, because in the 1800s, a lot of Germans left Germany and migrated to Mexico, Central America, and South America. There's a Spanish museum in San Francisco. We have a lot of Spanish influence, being that California was owned by the Spanish, was Mexican territory. I like the Mexican people I know. I like all the people that live where Tiny One is. I have nothing against Mexicans. So illegal aliens, that's another story. They should apply for citizenship like everybody else and wait 7 to 9 years to become a citizen, not cross our borders and violate our law. So you want to criticize me for that? Go ahead. I don't care. And I like mariachi music. A lot of music I don't care for, a lot of music I like, but I'm old school. I listen to the old stuff. Well, being from Pennsylvania, where there's a lot of Pennsylvania Dutch and there's a lot of Germans and Poles and Slovaks, my father's father was from Czechoslovakia, which is now Slovakia, and whatever they split the other one to, I can't remember. My grandmother was from Hungary, so that music came. My brother used to yodel and play polka music, so you know. So I'm used to polka music. I didn't know there was German salsa, but I have a book which I can't get to. It's all German cuisine by province. And some things I would like to think, but I draw the line. I will not eat eel. So, draw a line on eel. I'm not going to eat eels. That's a German delicacy. Some province, Bavaria and Schleswig-Holstein and Munich and Dortmunder and other places, they all have their own cuisine in Germany. It's very beautiful. I want to go there. Well, people don't like that I'm on not Section 8. I'm on public housing. They don't like that I receive SSI. They think I'm lazy. Why don't I go? For years, why don't I get a job? I read a letter to my doctor saying I'm too sick to work. I got too many things wrong with me. I have 2 fractured. There's nothing wrong with you. I have 2 bone-on-bone knees that need knee replacement. I have both shoulders have had the rotator cuff torn 3 times. I had cataract surgery. I do not have diabetes. They keep saying that. They keep saying I weigh 450 pounds. They attack me for whatever reason. They don't like me. They don't like my politics because I'm a Trump supporter. I offered to do that. I had a meet and greet set up. Haunted Martinez tour. Everybody, I'm too far away. I even arranged it with a local restaurant to reserve a space. It was tentative, but nobody wanted to show up. So I'm not going to do that. I've had Dos Equis. I've had 1 bottle of Pacifico that the Mexicans gave me. I've had Corona. I like Dos Equis when I used to drink, but I drink maybe 2 beers a year. I will not drink Bud Light. I drank Michelob for years. I will not drink their woke nonsense. I will not drink Miller Lite because it's terrible. And now Coors is associated with Budweiser, so there goes Coors. So, and you go into the stores. Alejandra, I'm sorry, but you're wrong. There are trolls on a lot of channels. I have my friend spoofers getting attacked by trolls constantly. They're hateful people. They're mean-spirited people. So, they've accused me of killing my parents, of killing cats, of beating my girlfriend, of stealing from other people, of stealing from Kathy. I stole her Echo Show, which is... I gave it to her, but when I found out she has no modem, I said, I'm going to bring it back till we get you a new modem. Never had absinthe. That's nasty stuff. I have tried Goldwasser once. Somebody was, I think, Fluffy, the Mexican comedian, is very funny. I think he's Mexican, or he's Latino. And he talked about a certain drink, Jägermeister. Well, there's a lot of guys who are poor on YouTube and are rich now. I'm not one of them. I do it because I like doing it. And I get a little antsy when I don't do a video. I get bored. And the other thing, I've had people, if you do a video, we will send you money to help you out, or we will show up to help you clean, or we'll show up to take you to the store, we will show up to do laundry. Those are lies. They lie more than Pinocchio. They lie more than Biden, which is pretty hard to do. Excuse me. I'm going to get this out of my hand here. They attack me for what I'm wearing. They attack me for what my girlfriend wears. They attack me for what I look like, my girlfriend looks like. They attack me if they say I hurt cats, which I would never do. But I am walking around effectively on 2 fractured kneecaps. So, I've had this right knee fractured for 17 years. Anthem Blue Cross didn't want to pay for it. Now they're finally going to pay for it if I lose 20 more pounds. Oh, yeah. So, well, Alejandra, I'm sorry, but I'm not a person to be making thousands of dollars. I'm not Mr. Beast. This is more trash in a lottery ticket. You may know people are making money, but I'm not. Oh boy, this is really old. My Fortiva credit card. Okay, these can go in the bag. They're under the other thing in the hallway. And this is my collection of losing lottery tickets over the years. If you ever win, you turn these in. You take it as a loss. They deduct them when you win. I get mail every day. Or not every day. Downstairs I've got mail a couple days. The post office is mail almost every day. I go there once a week though. And when I pick up all this stuff, it stirs up dust. That makes me cough too. And I've got stuff sitting over here I got to go through. Here's a bag. Here's a poker magazine. Here's something about life insurance. I need to call them. Here's the bag I use for putting in the trash can in the kitchen. Here's my Diablo 2 box, which I got to put somewhere in the bedroom. So it takes time to clean up an apartment. You were sick for 4 months. And 2 years ago, the trolls called up housing, tried to get me evicted. So, hello, welcome. Mr. B says someone who's going from male to female transsexual, and he's getting a lot of grief over it. I don't understand why. I don't care what your sexuality is. I just don't particularly want to have it beaten me over the head with it. No, it was Pacifico I drank, not Modelo. I've never had Modelo. Yeah, they harassed my apartment manager, the manager above her, and the director of housing to get me evicted. My doctor stopped that with a letter saying, Mr. Senda is injured, has difficulty standing and walking, has difficulty breathing, can't see, has an injured back, and that stopped that cold. But I had to spend hundreds of dollars getting stuff out of here and paying Kathy $300 in gasoline to bring her van 60 miles, pick up Kathy, take stuff to her house, take stuff to Kathy's house, put it in boxes. And in the meantime, I fell on the floor here. Troll said it was lying. The Intex airbag, don't ever buy one. They have a history of deflating on their own. It threw me to the floor, landed on my knees. I couldn't walk for 10 months. The problem with getting my credit score up, before Bank of America last year overdrew me, and I talked to the bank manager, now I got to call some number, I haven't had time. They want me to pay the $300 back they churned net fees, and I've refused. My credit score was 680. It's now 519 because 3 companies close my cards because I couldn't pay them because Bank of America took all my money, and then I got COVID. Evicted, you get thrown out for having a messy apartment, not paying your rent, violating rules. But they sent videos of my apartment to housing. And the manager came in here, and she came in here constantly to inspect, sometimes several times a week. And I'm barely able to stand, and they expected me to clean. So now this living room will be done by tonight, and then I got to work on the hallway. I can't do anything in the hallway till Patty or takes me to get the cans and bottles out. I'll probably stop collecting cans and bottles. If I can breathe, I will go. I meant to do it yesterday. I'll do it tonight. Sweep and mop the kitchen floor. Start scrubbing the cabinets. No, they sent the links because they're a-holes. They wanted to throw an old man and his cats out in the street for doing nothing wrong other than be too sick to clean. Too injured to clean. And I fell a year ago in February at Safeway because I had my mask on after some idiot on the bus got a mask that I gave him, and he kept pulling it down. The driver kept pulling over. When I got off the bus, it was raining and overcast and turning dark, and I stepped over a curb, went flying, landed on my knees, injured my knees again. Not didn't break them, but they hurt, and then I fell back and retore my rotator cuff. So thank you for that. Thank you for the prayers. But you have asthma and you get an asthma attack, you can't do anything either. And they sent my videos to housing. Links to former videos showing my apartment being messy. And like Kathy, I told Kathy, clean the place 1 hour a day. It took me 3 hours to pick up all this stuff. I tore up boxes today. I picked up all this mail. This and all this was scattered on my desk. And filing cabinets now are $100 to $300, which is outrageous. So it goes from this and this to just this. And then I got to get a file cabinet or a plastic file bin and start putting these in folders. And some paperwork I have to fill out and mail off. But now it's not scattered all over my table. Once I scan these, those will go in recycling. I turned in $1.91 from change, and this is change to be sent off. This is my iPhone 7, which doesn't work as a phone, because I don't want to pay $50 for an old phone a month. So I'll move the kitty bed, shake out all the stuff outside, pick up the sheets and blankets and a towel, wash those when I get the chance. I will call this scooter company. They're not ripping me off. I meant to Friday and I forgot. It hurts to get up. It hurts to stand. It hurts to lie down. It hurts to sit. The last 2 weeks I've been in almost constant pain. I took a bag with me Friday to go feed Tiny when I didn't have time to feed Gray. Ugh. This will go in the bag full of bags. So, after this video, I will put the ice pack on my knee because it's starting to hurt. And then I will go feed Tiny One and Gray and Mama Cat and Kitten. And then continue the march, and I'll take the recycling out of the kitchen, the stuff in this bag, throw it in the bin if there's any bins left to throw it in. Sunday they take everything downstairs, and then and I don't eat 4,500, 5,000 calories a day. That's my knee hurting. I've done too much today. That's why I have to stop. As I get this floor cleaned up, then I will vacuum the hallway. I got to remove the very dirty carpet remnant in the hallway, but I got to remove all the bedding for all the laundry first. So anyway, online trolls are endemic on YouTube. There are people attacking all kinds of people who've done absolutely nothing wrong in their life because they want to feel self-important. They want people to pay attention to me. Pay attention to harassment I'm doing to someone who is perfectly innocent. I don't care what race you are. I care about the human being. This is why I don't like the Black Lives Matter. The implication is only Black Lives Matter and everybody else sucks or is to be ignored. Everybody's having a hard time. People throughout the world are having a hard time. Some people are very rich. Some people are in the middle and they're struggling. Some people are very poor. Some people have no income at all. They're starving. We have a lot of homeless in this country, but homeless in England, homeless in Europe. I saw a video of Rome. The people are sleeping in the sidewalks. It shocked me. When I grew up, Rome and London and America didn't look like that. You had a few winos sleeping drunk on skid rows, but you didn't see hundreds of people sleeping in the streets because they can't afford a place to live. And as much wealth as this country has, the richest country in the world, nobody should be sleeping in the sidewalks and the streets. And reparations is absolute nonsense. First of all, you can't fund the reparations. There's not enough money in the state of California. There's not enough money in the federal coffers. Secondly, no one alive today was a slave. No one alive today was a slave owner. And one guy on Twitter went to one of these reparations meetings. He said, how do you address the fact, and he happened to be black, and he made perfect logical sense. He said, there are black men in the South that own slaves. So, I gave Chuckles grief about that too because I thought some people perceive it as racist, and she told me why it's there, so I accepted that. But it's Robert Crumb, who did Fritz the Cat and other things. Robert Crumb's Comics and Funnies. I used to know put that thing out, but back in the day. Oh, shut up. Here's another troll harassing me. First of all, they don't have hundreds of little cups of Irish cream creamer. How does he do it twice? I have permission from the manager of the Valero station. I have a Valero credit card. I go in there all the time to buy cat food, something to drink, sometimes litter, sometimes toilet paper. Talked to him one day. I said, I used to work in these places. And I said, what's going on with the Irish cream creamer? It hasn't been in the stores for months. I called the company up. I called International Light. I said, hey, I have to drink this Hershey's, and I don't like to drink the Hershey's because they fired all the employees who refused the vaccine. But you haven't had my Irish cream in the store. I used to get it in Safeway. They stopped carrying it. Lucky stopped carrying it. Walmart stopped carrying it. The only place to get it was Nob Hill. It hadn't been there. Oh, we were having production problems. I said, wait a minute. You got this stuff. You got caramel. You got French vanilla. You got Fred Flintstones. You got Fruit Loops. You got flavors I would never put in my coffee. You got 10, 12 different flavors of coffee, but you can't come up with my Irish cream. And the company made Bailey's Irish cream creamer. It didn't taste like Bailey's Irish cream at all. They stopped. They disappeared too. So I got to put this in my coffee, or go by half and half. So Valero used to be Beacon. It's a refinery. It's an oil company. I have a credit card. Gasoline station. And without divulging my credit card information, that's what my Valero card looks like. Now, I do not know why they changed the name from Beacon to Valero, and they're based in Hanford, California. At least they used to be based in Hanford, but they have a refinery in Texas. They have a refinery in California. But they gave me a credit card for gas, which I have paid on time because one day we'll have a car again. We need gas, I can go get gasoline. So now there's a Valero across from Safeway, Virginia Hills, that has munchies and soda. And I don't know what else they've got. They never have peach and apple. The Valero I go to has cat food, dog food, cat litter, toilet paper, paper towels, cleaning supplies, munchies, candy bars, potato chips, lots of beer. They sell slices of pizza that are usually been sitting there for a while. They have dried fruit, something covered raisins, frozen items, sandwiches. So I get, one thing I really like is the, what is the name of that place? It's a restaurant. I can't think of the name of it. I have too many things in the back of my head that I can't remember anymore. Oh, TJF, I think, or something like that. And they have chicken wings, barbecued. I get those. And I get a TV dinner, and I get a sandwich to eat. I go get an orange juice, or they don't have peach and apple. Sometimes I get a root beer. I get cans of Friskies for the cats. I get a bag of emergency non-shifting litter. I get toilet paper, paper towels, Dawn, cleaning supplies, whatever I need if I run out of money, or, gee, it's easier getting this here and going back on the bus after I go to Target than, I have a $300 limit, so I pay the bill every month. They're going to give me, I asked them about that, the way we review the account, we give you a new, depending on your payment history, so eventually they'll give me a raise. But there is an Arby's for miles that I know of. They closed the one in Livermore and turned it into a Starbucks. No, in Pleasanton, I'm sorry. I used to eat at the one in San Francisco when I lived there. I used to get the 5 for $5 deal, and Glenn and I, my late friend Glenn, we went down to one in South San Francisco. We got the flu from eating at Arby's. TGI Friday, thank you. We used to go to TGI Fridays when it was on 4th Street when he was alive. Then they moved it. Well, it's kind of like something different for a change. You know, I've tried to make my own chicken wings in the oven. They never turn out like what is that other place with the chicken wings? There's one next to it's next to C's Candy almost. What amuses me, where I go to C's Candy in Pleasant Hill, I get it for stuff for Kathy when we're together. I get my caramel lollipops and my milk chocolate butter chews. But amuse me, the C's Candy next door to the dentist. And then they have this Wingstop or something like that. And then they have another place, California Wild Wings, or I don't know what the hell that is. I've eaten those. Those are good. I love chicken wings. So, you have borders? It's time to belay the borders. Time to drive them off. They should not be invading your space, matey. Prepare to repel borders hard. Good night, black guy. All right, good evening anyway. All right, I gotta go. Would have been nice, you know, just once one of you guys would be nice for Super Chat donation to help feed the cats. Okay, this is George Senda, the guy from Pittsburgh. Have a great night. Stay dry, stay warm, stay cool, stay hydrated, stay safe, and I will catch you next time. But remember, these people online are horrible people, and they lie about me. They lie about other people on YouTube, because that's all they live for, this stuff, to make somebody else feel miserable and pay it. They're the ultimate narcissist. They accuse me of being a narcissist. Look at this body. Do I want to look at it? No, particularly not when I go in the bathroom and I'm naked. But I am making progress, slowly but surely. If I don't choke because I can't breathe. Now, there's no wind out there, but the pollen this year is the worst I've seen it in the 17 years I've lived here. No, and you're not going to harass me. So, goodbye. I talked to Patty about that, and she doesn't like all that woke clothing. She said it's in the women's section. It disturbs her greatly. So, bye-bye. Hold on. Bye, DSP. All right, that's it for this one. But Kathy's disturbed by that too. When you see them gay pride, you walk in the store, little kids with rainbow colors saying support gayness, support transsexuality. It's terrible. It's woke. And it's going to destroy Target. They're going to go out of business one day. All right, that's it for this one. I have nothing against gays or anybody else, but don't shove this stuff down my throat. All right, that's it for this one. Bye-bye.